Okay, many people say debt negotiation is the way to go when you have credit challenges and you want to get them removed. You want to pay less than you owe, all right, to have that account issue resolved. But in fact, that will negatively impact your credit if you pay less than you owe and it shows up on your credit report, settled for less than owed for additional 7 years or whatever the statute of limitation for the state is where you live, okay? So I say debt negotiation will not save your credit, but credit repair will. Now let's talk about that. So if you do credit repair, you get the chance to get inaccurate, questionable, unverifiable, or obsolete information deleted from your credit report. Not negotiated, but deleted, okay? Now, in most cases, you will still owe the debt, all right? Okay, because the law doesn't say you're absolved from owing the debt because it was deleted, but at least you'll be able to go out and get new credit because those negative notations are no longer on your credit report, okay? But if you do debt negotiation, it goes like this. You have $10,000 of outstanding debt that you want to negotiate. Let's say it's 10 accounts, each are $1,000. That's $10,000 of outstanding debt, right? Let's say you get, the best you can achieve is 40% on $1, okay? And so instead of paying $10,000, you have to pay $4,000, right? So each of those debts, you pay $400 of the $1,000 that you actually owe. So 10 accounts will show up on your credit report as settled for less than owed for $400, all right? And that will stay on your credit report for up to 7 years, okay? So how do you think that will look? Well, how do you think that will impact your credit score once you finish doing that debt negotiation? Your scores are gonna go down, okay? And your credit profile is gonna look bad because now you have all 10 of those accounts showing that you not only did not pay the full $1,000, but you negotiated it, okay? And now the bankers, lenders see what type of person you are. So that affects your approvals because your character has now been, you know, sort of blemished. Now, so if you do credit repair, this is what happens. You have the chance of getting, let's say 7 out of 10 of those accounts deleted, completely deleted. So now that's 7,000 of the negative credit removed from your credit report. You have 3,000 left. Now, if you're gonna do debt negotiation, I recommend you contact those 3 companies because you're probably not gonna get 100% of your negative information deleted, but I recommend you contact those 3 companies and say, hey, I'll pay you 50% of what I owe on these accounts. Let's say it's 1,000 each, right? So you're gonna pay 500 to settle each account in exchange for a deletion letter. And what will happen, the chances are you getting a deletion letter for 3 accounts versus getting a deletion letter for 10 accounts, okay, is highly unlikely for 10, but for 3 is very likely, all right? And the chance that you will have $1,500 to pay those 3 accounts is likely, but it's highly unlikely that if you couldn't pay $10,000, the total of the 10 accounts, you wouldn't have $5,000 if you got all 10 settled for 50%. You see where I'm going with this? So it's best to do credit repair to try to get as many of the negative accounts deleted as possible. And then the ones that do not get deleted, do debt negotiation in exchange for a deletion letter. So let's say only 2 companies decide to give you a deletion letter. So now you got 8 of the negative accounts deleted, and you only have 1 account on your credit report that says paid for less than owed or settled for less than owed, right? So how's your credit now? You're light years away from where you were if you had tried to settle all 10 accounts, okay? So debt negotiation won't save your credit, but credit repair can.